Unless you've been living under a rock for the last few months, last year, then you would know that we're in terrible economic times, the worst economic times. People can't get jobs. Inflation is up, doing crazy numbers. This is taking chicken and milk to astronomical prices. Cashiers are asking for tips even though they didn't do anything. We're living in crazy financial times. So knowing that we're in the craziest economic times and knowing that I'm, your favorite big brother on the internet, I've decided to share a list of tips with you guys that I think can help you guys improve on your saving. It's a list that I consistently use on a day-to-day basis. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to learn how to save more money, keep watching. The first tip that I have on this list is set a goal. If you want to get better at saving, have a goal in mind. I have a lot of my friends that ask me for tips on how to improve their saving. They want help saving more money. And at the core of all of it, at the foundation of all of it, you need to be able to set goals because you need to have something that you're aiming for. Because the thing with saving is if you're used to spending a lot of money, you now have to shift into a different mindset. Nobody else is going to make that mindset shift for you. So if you're not serious about saving, then you're simply not going to save. That's the blunt truth of the matter. The first and most crucial tip to saving is just make sure you have a goal. Have something you can aim for. Even if the goal itself is to save money, just have something that you're aiming for. The second tip in mind is to set a loose budget. Now, me personally, I don't have a physical budget that I write down, but I do keep a mental budget in my head just so that I can allocate where my money is going to, and I already know beforehand how much money I'm going to spend on food for the week, how much money I'm going to spend on gas for the week, how much money am I going to spend on bills. I find that the biggest problem that people have with their personal finances is that they're not tracking their spending, so they have no idea where their money's going. They get paid and the money's gone in less than 48 hours. They're looking at their bank accounts and their bank accounts are laughing at them. We don't want that to happen to you guys. Even if it's loosely, just make sure you are doing some degree of tracking so that you're aware of where your money's going. You're aware of your personal finances. I will at the end of the month come and track my outgoing expenses just so I know where everything's going. And you really want to familiarize yourself with that. Like I said, just so you're prepared and there's no surprises. So if you go into the week with a plan, knowing how much you're going to spend, it's going to make it that much easier to be able to save money. All right. So the third and most important tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that you leave the money somewhere. The money that you plan on saving, leave it somewhere that's inconvenient to access. And what I mean by that is put it somewhere that you don't have easy access to it so that it'll make it easier for you to actually leave the money alone, have the money accrue, have the money stack up and be able to save that money. If you have easy access to money and you're not disciplined, you're gonna end up pulling from the money whenever you need the money, and we don't want that. Even if it's a stock account, just a stock cash account, if it's another account, some of my friends, what they do is they take out money, they put it in cash and they just put it in a shoebox, they put it away. Let's say you haven't stuck to your budget, you're not immediately pulling from your savings because it is somewhat difficult to pull the money out of. Like for me personally, I have a savings account that the settings on the savings account don't allow me to transfer. Once the money's transferred into the savings account, the settings don't allow me to transfer the money out. And so that makes it a little bit easier for me to just put money away, pile cash away whenever I need it. And I also do save money through investing as well through the stock market. And that's also another inconvenient way of me not being able to access my money, because in order to access the funds per se, you have to sell off your stocks, and then it takes a few days to be able to move the money around. So I just made it really inconvenient for me to be able to not access that money. Fourth tip, find inexpensive things to do with your friends. Hanging out with your friends is going to be inevitable. Going out is going to be inevitable. However, you can always control the amount that you're spending and the thing that you're going to. If you're trying to save money, obviously guys, it's not within your best interest to be going out to restaurants every night, to be going out to the club every night, to be popping bottles every night. Those things don't benefit you if you're trying to save. I'm not saying don't do them, but if we're going to save money, we really have to get into a different mindset. So no, you can't be going to steakhouses every single weekend. Find the food truck that offers really great authentic eats. Find the local mom and pop shops for half the price. Hang out at home, hang out at your house. Just find different ways to save money in going out, and I promise you'll start to notice a difference in not choosing the most expensive option every time you try to hang out with your friends. Don't buy the most expensive option for everything. Now, I do agree that for important, necessary things in your life, there are a few things that you really should invest the money into, just because you don't want to cheap out on certain things within your life. Main staples in your life, you want to do the more expensive option, because 9 out of 10 times the more expensive option means better quality. But you don't want to do that for everything. You don't want to do name brands for everything. For clothes, for example, it used to mean back in the day that more expensive quality, more expensive clothing equals more expensive quality. In today's era, bro, designers will source the same material from a lot of the popular brands that you're seeing. They'll hike up the price just for the sake of the name. Knowing that, that's another area of your life that you can save money in. You don't have to do the most expensive option for every single thing. For main important staple pieces, yes, because you don't want to skimp out on quality for things that matter, but you don't want to do it for everything, because that'll definitely start to eat into your pocket and definitely start to eat into your expenses. If you enjoyed that list on how to save money in today's stressful economy and you want to see more videos like that, like, comment, subscribe, join the community, and be on the lookout for more videos.